Hello, first grade scholars. Today, the Office of English Language Arts is excited to share with you an interactive read aloud, followed by a phonics lesson. So make sure you stay tuned following the read aloud.
Hello, first grade families. We are so excited to share If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, presented with permission from HarperCollins Publishing. This week, first graders have been learning about cause and effect relationships in text. As you listen, see if you can find examples of cause and effect relationships. After you finish listening to the story, we will share some questions for you to think and talk about. Then you will see a writing prompt. You can use this writing prompt to respond to the text. You can then share your written response with your teacher. Finally, you will see some project ideas for enrichment and ways to have fun interacting with the book. Enjoy!
Hello! Welcome to today's Read Aloud. Today I'm reading you the story, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. This story is written by Laura Numeroff. Laura Numeroff is the one who wrote the words to the story. She's the author. This story is illustrated by Felicia Bond. Felicia Bond is the one that drew all the pictures. She is the illustrator. Today, as you're listening to this story, I would like for you to think about something called cause and effect. Cause and effect is when things that happen in a story make something else happen. So a cause will make an event happen. I want you to listen and find out all the things that the mouse wants that makes then the boy do something for the mouse. There's going to be a lot of events, a lot of things that are happening in the story, and I want you to listen to how one thing makes something else happen. Are you ready to listen with me? Here we go.
If you give a mouse a cookie.
He's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin.
Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. So he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. Right now, I have been listening to all of these events, things that happen in the story that are making other things happen. I know that once the mouse looked into the mirror, he noticed his hair. And once he noticed his hair, he then wanted a pair of scissors. And because he wanted a pair of scissors, the boy went looking for them. These are awesome causes and effects in the story. One thing is making something else happen. Let's keep reading and find out more. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. Right now I'm thinking, what event or thing that happened made the mouse so tired that he wanted to take a nap? Do you remember? That's right. He was sweeping and washing the floors. Good job. Let's keep reading. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited, he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. Oh, right now I'm thinking, what event happened in the story that made the mouse want to draw a picture? Do you remember? That's right. I think it was when the boy read a story. Then the mouse wanted to see the pictures in the book. And that made the mouse want to draw his own picture. Good thinking. Let's keep reading. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back and look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. Oh, that was a great story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We were talking about cause and effect today, and I want you to look at this last picture. Do you know what caused all of these belongings to be out and about around the boy and the mouse? Oh, yes, throughout the story, the mouse wanted to do something, and the boy had to go and get him materials. And event to event to event made the boy get out all of these things to help the mouse. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did. Have a great afternoon.
We hope you enjoyed listening to the story. Listen as I read you these questions. Then you will have some time to share your answers with someone near you. Retell the story. What happened in the beginning? What happened in the middle? What happened at the end? What was the effect of the mouse eating a cookie?
What caused the mouse to want to take a nap? The book ends with the boy giving the mouse another cookie. What do you predict will be the effect of this event? Grab a piece of paper and a pencil and jot down this idea for writing about the story. Write what you think happens after the last scene in the story. After the mouse eats another cookie, he will ask for... Draw a picture to go with your sentence. Here are some more ways you can interact with the story at home. In the story, the boy uses a box and tissue to make a bed for the mouse to take a nap. Use materials you find around the house to make a bed for a mouse to take a nap. Write your own story in the style of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Some examples might be If You Give a Cat a Cracker, or If You Give a Llama an ice cream cone. Illustrate your story with pictures. In the story, the mouse asks for a pen to write his name on his picture. When someone signs their name, it is called a signature. Practice writing your signature. Make sure to write on paper. You can practice writing it in different sizes, colors, and letter styles. The mouse makes a big mess, and the boy has to clean it up. Help someone in your family clean up around your house. Thanks for joining us for If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. We hope to see you again soon.
Hello readers and writers. Today in our phonics lesson we are going to decode words with the OI sound, and it could be spelled O-I or O-Y. But before we get started in learning about the OI sound, I wanted to check our listening skills really quickly, and we are going to be listening to vowel sounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a word, and we're going to determine how many syllables are in that word. And something that we all know is each syllable has a vowel spelling or a vowel sound in the word. So if I were doing the word because, I'm going to break that down and think about the vowel sounds that I hear. Because. I have B, E, and then that ah. Cause. So I know that if I clapped out because, we have 2 syllables. So the next word is almost. Say almost. Now let's think about the vowel sounds. Almost. Clap out those syllables. Almost. 2 syllables. Another fun trick that a lot of you know, hand under your chin, and when it drops, that's that vowel sound, almost, okay, almost. So I feel that drop two times. Next word, say walnut, 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 or walnut, 2 syllables. Let's do the next ones pretty fast. Ready? Say paw. How many syllables do you hear? 1. Baseball. Two. Faucet. Faucet. 2. Cause. 1. All right, the next sound activity we're going to do is going to be about rhyming. So I'm going to ask what begins with t and rhymes with lip. Okay, so begins with t and rhymes with lip. ip. Good. Tip. What begins with s and rhymes with end? Send. Excellent. What begins with m and rhymes with sat? Mat. What begins with w and rhymes with hawk? Walk. What begins with s and rhymes with high? Sigh. Good. This is our coil card, and he's going to be bouncing and making a very distinct sound, like boing, 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 boing. So we have our coil sound. It's going to have that oi sound, and it's going to be spelled O-I or O-Y. We know that that black line means there's a consonant before that. Typically, there's going to be a consonant before the O-Y spelling, and the O-I spelling will be inside the word. But let's learn a little bit about our coil card. We start off with that boing, boing, boing. I hear that oi in there. This is Roy. Roy the coil is a bouncing toy. This is the sound of his bounce. Oi, 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 oi. Try that with me. Oi, 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 oi. Doing, 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 doing. Roy, the coil, just dances for joy. This is the sound of his dance. Oi, 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 oi. Kaboing, kaboing. Oil, oi, royal, the coil, springs over a boy. The springing sound is that oi, 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 oi sound. Okay, we're going to be listening for this in words, but I want you to hear it with me. If I said boy, that oi at the end is that sound. If I said toy, that oi at the end is this sound. If I said point, if I were tapping out that word, I might have p, oi, nt, p, oi, nt, point, point. So this is a unique sound. It's a little interesting. Roy the coil is his name, and we are going to read whole words with that oi sound. So let's start off together with our first row, and we're going to take these nice and slow. Our first row, we're going to do some whole word blending. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tap to a sound, sound, b, sound, oi, sound, b, oi, boil. And always remember, when we are looking at our new sounds, that oi sound spelled O-I or O-Y, we want to identify it. We want our eyes to instantly find it. So if you are working through your packet this week and you need to circle it or underline the O-I or O-Y to remind you of that oi sound, go for it. Because this is new for us. This is a new one. So if we have boil, let's look at this next word sound. S sound, oi, sound, boy, or sorry, soil. Word, soil. All right, next one is all on your own, remembering that OI is going to say that oi sound. Sound, 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 blend, join. What's the word? Join. Ready? Sound, 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 blend. What's the word? Coin. Good. Let's read these together. We have boil, boil, soil, soil, join, join, coin, coin. We notice that these words had the OI inside the word. We're going to look at some new words with that OI. They're going to be inside the word, but they are going to have an E at the end. And before we get started, I want to remind you of that soft C. I see C followed by an E, and that's going to be a soft sound because when C is followed by the E, I, or Y, it's not going to say the k camera card. It's going to say, good, that sausage card, the s sound. So the first one I'm going to do for you, we have v, oi, and then this is going to be s instead of the k. So voice, voice. If this was voice, you do this one all by yourself. Sound for CH together. Sound, sound. Now let's do it. Ch, oi, choice, choice. Next one. Sound, 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 sound. Stretch it. Moist, moist. What's the word? Moist. Good job. So again, I see O-I. So we have O-I in those words. Now we're going to jump to our O-Y. And if we remember our card, the consonant is going to typically be before the O-Y, meaning O-Y is going to be at the end of the word. And we are always going to say typically, okay? Because we have some exceptions, and I'm going to show you an exception in a little bit. But let's look at this O-Y. I want to show it, find it. You can underline it if you need to. But I want you to think, if I know this is oi, I want you to whisper read these words in your hand. Whisper read them in your hand. Tell them to a stuffed animal or a sibling next to you. But read. Remember, it's that oi sound. Oi, Roy. All right, let's read them together. Boy, joy, Roy, Troy, Troy. So I have this word, nice, we have our oi at the end. And then I have these two words here. I notice that they have those capital letters. Remember, the capital letter is telling us that it's going to be a proper noun. And in this case, it's a name. It's not the beginning of a sentence. It's the name of someone, Roy or Troy. Okay, let's get to the hard ones. But before we do that, I want to check back and we're going to read through these words and I'm going to do some clues in a little bit and test your knowledge. So what I want you to do is I want you to whisper read this first row to yourself one time through. Ready, go. All right, ready, fast? Boil, soil, join, coin. Whisper read the second row to yourself. Ready? Voice, choice, moist, moist. Whisper read the red row to yourself. Ready, read. Boy, joy, Roy, Troy. Look at this list and I want you to think about the word that would fit this clue. Shout it out whenever you know it. The first clue is name a type of money. Name a type of money. Now, you can't just say quarter, can't just say dollar. You need to look at the words. We know this routine. Look at our words that have that oi sound. A type of money. Would voice be a type of money? No. Were you thinking what I was thinking? Coin. Good job. Coin is a type of money. The next clue, I want you to look up here. Name an antonym for dry. So let's remind ourselves what an antonym is. It's the opposite of. So something that is the opposite of dry. Joy? No. Shout it out if you know it. The opposite of dry, the antonym for dry would be moist. Good job. Ding, ding, ding. You got that one right. Let's do one more. What is a synonym or the same as dirt? The same for dirt. Look at your words. Shout it out. soil. Good job. Soil. And if I'm looking for the word soil, I'm thinking sausage card. I need to find that. Soil. The line card is at the end. So I need to find that word by thinking of how I would read or write that word. Soil. Good. All right. The last thing that we're going to do, as we always do, is we're going to go through some difficult multisyllabic words. Remember, these are our words that have more than one syllable. So let's break them apart. Something that I see when I look at this first word is I instantly see ED. And I want to chop off that ED because I know that that's an inflectional ending. Let's use another marker here. I know that this is an inflectional ending, so I can chop that off and only read the base word first. So let's take that off. If I'm looking for the oi sound this week, say it one more time like our coil. Oi, oi, oi. Good. So we have sound, sound, oi, sound, n, sound, t, point, point. If I have the word point, I'm going to have this ED. I need to remember that ED has 3 different sounds. So would this be point? Would this be point? Or would this be pointed? I pointed to my friend. Good. This is going to be that id sound. So go ahead and read that word. Point, pointed. All right. I see a word here. I need your help. We're going to find those vowel sounds. And I want you to think about the vowel spelling sounds that actually make that vowel sound. So when I look at this, I see a vowel here. This is a vowel sound. This oi sound is going to be, that all together is going to be a vowel sound. But I have to ask, does the E at the end, just like choice, does the E at the end have a sound? No, it's going to be a silent, that silent E, that silent sound. And really the E's job right here is helping that C, not say the K sound, but say the S sound. So let's look back and let's break this up. I have my consonant right in the middle, so typically it's going to be right before the consonant. So this is all on its own. So I want to think to myself, is this going to be an open syllable or a closed syllable? If it's going to be open, that means there's no consonant closing it in. It is. It's open. And that makes this get to say its long sound, not the eh sound like our hen card, but the long sound E. Re. And then let's really break this one down. If I have oi there, I have j, oi, s, just like choice. We have j, ois. Put re, joyce. Rejoice. Put it together. Rejoice. Excellent. What was this word? Pointed. This word, rejoice. Thank you so much for reading with me today. Remember when you are working in your packets to look at OI and OY being the spelling for the oi sound. Happy reading.